How's it going, everybody? My name is FaZe Crypto, and today on this episode of Crypto Clout, we are going to be talking about Nucleus Vision. The timeline for Nucleus Vision, in my opinion, is one of the most solid that we see in cryptocurrency, especially when you consider the global expansion of retail is upcoming in 2019, definitely going hand in hand with what we've been witnessing happening along the lines of Amazon creating their stores that have no need for customers in them, and a lot of these different variables coming together where basically consumers are becoming more aware of their data and how these different variables are becoming more applicable to various different levels of society, especially when you consider how many countries, basically the entire, it's amazing how many different countries have come to be involved. It'd be easier to make a list of the areas that don't have Nucleus Vision. So the trend of this possibility, when you see all these different brands coming on board, it's definitely one of those interesting technologies. Fundamentally, Nucleus Vision has me very excited for how it's going to be putting the power of data into the hands of the consumer. Loyalty programs are already a really big part of the consumer economy, and especially with all the different possibilities that are made available by cell phones, I think that especially in particular smartphones and smart technology, it seems only logical that Nucleus Vision would be positioning themselves in the way that they currently are. I'm under the impression that Nucleus Vision is among the ultimate possibilities for loyalty programs as we continue to move forward. Nucleus Vision is definitely one that's on my radar. In particular, my analysis of Nucleus Vision is fundamentally data driven, and I find that it's important to look at the team that's working on these technologies, and Nucleus Vision is definitely one of the most promising cryptocurrencies. I would say that all the various hype that we've been seeing given to Nucleus Vision across various different social media platforms goes with good reason, stands up to criticism to a lot of extent. I think Nucleus Vision has gained a lot of popularity because people are recognizing the potential that's in store for the new era of the Internet of Things, and those of us who've been involved with cryptocurrency for any amount of years fundamentally can see how this sort of application is going to be playing out. I'm actually going to be including a link to this video down in the description because I think this guy deserves more subscribers. He really did a good job. There's a 34-minute video. I'll be including a link to it down in the description if you guys are interested, but this definitely goes into good detail exploring a lot of the potential that's in store for cryptocurrency loyalty programs. Fundamentally, it seems as if the technologies are really fully compatible. We already see these Internet of Things technologies for sale on the marketplace today, so putting the data in the hands of the consumer, it seems to be something that fully does go in collaboration with the things that we've been seeing happening in the public consciousness. You turn on the news and everybody's wondering about what's happening with their data right now. You could see what's happening with Facebook, and basically we're entering a new era where people are starting, the next generation of people are starting to be more data conscious, and sort of moving forward, we're starting to see revolution happening in that regard. This technology really has a lot of potential for the future. When I imagine the various different possibilities that are in store for cryptocurrency, Nucleus Vision is definitely one of those front runners that has my attention moving forward. And even if you're not in particular interested in Nucleus Vision, I would definitely recommend doing some research on it, because I think the technology really does speak for itself. There really is a lot of different potential that's coming in store. One of the fundamental things that I look at when doing my analysis of these different technologies, because for me it's always important to do as much research as physically possible. I find in the world of cryptocurrency, knowledge basically is power. So when it comes to Nucleus Vision, I could see a lot of these different you hear something like the Internet of Things, right? And for a lot of people it's difficult to imagine how much of society is going to be shifted when it comes to the Internet of Things and all these different things. And I see see that going hand in hand with the public consciousness coming to become adapted to cryptocurrency in general. So once we start seeing more and more of these basically society getting itself involved with cryptocurrency, it will sort of serve as a platform for a lot of these different things to come into full circle, because these technologies are already being sold today. Your smartphone is a member of the Internet of Things era, and as we continue to move forward, we're going to see this paradigm shift marked by technologies like Nucleus Vision that are essentially positioning themselves to fully be the ones who are going to be capitalizing on this shift in the way that things are being operated from a foundational level. So I'm definitely excited to be seeing the possibilities that are in store for Nucleus Vision. I would say that as we continue to move forward, this is reshaping the way that people define what they expect their cryptocurrencies to be doing. One of the things that I look for when I go through the list of the top cryptocurrencies on CoinMarketCap, I always think to myself, what are these technologies actually going to be doing that's going to be playing a fundamental role? And if you're interested in connecting with us on Twitter, we actually have a brand new Twitter that we're using for this channel. Not only can you follow on the original Twitter handle, which is at CryptoTuber, but I'm actually going to be including a link to this new channel, Crypto Clout, which is going to be more of a community-based channel so that we can basically give more feedback and open conversations regarding cryptocurrency, because that's the whole purpose of building this community, is sharing information and building a trusted community where we can all share our perspectives and knowledge and so forth. So yeah, I'll be including a link to this Twitter down in the description below. And I'd also recommend that you guys follow Nucleus Vision on their official Twitter, of course, because you know, Twitter is a really great resource when it comes to staying in the know when it comes to cryptocurrencies and so forth. Moving forward, and membership programs are something that's really big today, and it's only going to be getting bigger, because as we see with smartphones, it gives the user potential basically so that they can interact with various different corporations and so forth in terms of data, and of course all these different surveys and all these different opportunities to give the consumer the opportunity to basically leverage the value of the consumer experience. And this is going to trickle down to retail. Really, it's a fundamental shift that's happening on all different levels of society, so it's really exciting to see. And there's a lot of various different problems with the current ways that people operate membership programs. So one that essentially has the ability to bundle everything into one and do it on a national scale, and a global international scale, and you know, globally, it's Nucleus Vision is positioning itself to have some really exciting things happening for it in the near future. And I definitely recommend that people pay attention to this technology, especially with the market cap where it currently is. Things are really starting to shape up. It's interesting to see we were having such upward mobility for an extended period of time, about a month. So it gave people time to, in the context of this, basically what we've been seeing happening since May of 2017, when things started to really show some crazy potential. It's been exciting to see how cryptocurrency's volatility has been paying off, and I understand a lot of people get nervous when being involved with cryptocurrency, and it's really not for everybody, which is why I recommend everybody do your own research when it comes to these technologies. And I think Nucleus Vision fundamentally does speak for itself to that regard. So I definitely, like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. Standard disclaimer, this video is not financial advice. This is for entertainment, educational purposes only. Remember, I'm not your dad. And at the end of the day, I'd recommend basically you need to do your own research when it comes to these technologies. But in my opinion, my humble opinion, I would say that Nucleus Vision is one of those technologies that's going to be having a lot of people talking about it as we continue to move forward. I think 2020, moving forward a couple of years from now, we'll start to see cryptocurrencies popping up for everyday use more often than now. And I think Nucleus Vision is definitely at the front and center for that. They could pretty much introduce this technology right now, and it's fully compatible with the smart technology that's already available. And I think as the Internet of Things continues to expand itself, we're going to see a lot in that regard with the variables as they've come to basically in alignment. It's kind of like a perfect storm brewing in respect to this technology. they definitely have a really interesting roadmap when it comes to Nucleus Vision. I'm really looking forward to the global expansion of retail section, and we're really moving towards that. You can see basically the next era of retail is here. We can see Amazon, as they've already established the stores that don't have any workers in them, and of course when you go to stores like Walmart and so forth, you already see the self-checkout and all this stuff has already been made commonplace, and the basically the community is becoming made more aware of this and used to using this sort of applications. If I were to make a list of the various different cryptocurrencies that I believe people will be talking about a year from now, I would definitely include Nucleus Vision on that list. As we continue to move forward, I think the expansion into the various levels of data is something that's going to be having a real usage in the world of basically how people operate in society. And cryptocurrency is definitely one of those technologies that's it's in its early stages right now, but we are lucky to be paying attention to it at this such an early stage, and I'm really excited in seeing how this paradigm shift is going to be moving forward. But of course, remember, I'm interested in hearing what the community has to say, so remember to comment down below letting me know what you think about cryptocurrency and of course Nucleus Vision. And all that being said, yeah, remember to subscribe to the channel and share this content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.